Over the past few months, I have been scheduling videos. All my videos in the past few months, ever since the Area 51 R15 video, which that was actually the first scheduled video, were all created in January. And it is still January where I am when I am recording this. And today I just wanted to predict how each of the videos are going to do. And I'm really curious to see how my new thumbnail style has gone and, all that. And this is just kind of going back in time, just a fun video for you guys before I return. And I really want to actually, hear my input in the future. When I can't wait to watch this after I'm back from studying abroad. So anyway, let's just dive into it. So the first scheduled video I had was actually my all weapon locations guide. And this was the first ever video where I added my thumbnail style. It wasn't the first thumbnail style, it wasn't the first video I made, but it's the first one that you guys saw. And how do I think this one did in views or whatever the heck? Well, imagine all of them are just bad. That'd be terrible. But I think this one may be the highest viewed. How many views? I feel like 10K the minimum in a few months, and then I don't think it's honestly I do not see it getting higher than 50K, but 10K to 50K, I think it's gonna be the most viewed one of all of it. The next one we have playing bad Area 51 games, and this was with Blaze. This is such a fun video I made. And how do I see this one? I think this one is going to be one of those videos that gets some views at the start, but kind of just slowly gets more over time. I'd say maybe this one's around 3K, 4K views by the time, this video is released. If it gets more, though, there's some potential it could. But, yeah, that's kind of where I see this one. The next one is all spawns, all ice soldier spawns. This one, kind of the same story. I feel like this one might get less, though. This might be one of the lesser viewed videos. So I'm going to say 2K to 3K, just as predictions. Playing more bad Area 51 games. Part 2s usually get less views, so I'm going to say this one's also 2,000 to 3,000 views as well, but it's a fun video too with Blaze. The next video is top 10 tips you didn't know Area 51. This one is really interesting because this one has potential to do well, but also has potential to flop since the thumbnail isn't the greatest, and I kind of was rushing with this one. What do I think? I genuinely think that this one will kind of do medium, maybe 3,000 to 4,000 by the time I'm, done. And by the way, I might be low ranking these videos, who knows? And to me, I'm just kind of predicting to have fun with this. Next one is the classic Area 51 experience, my favorite video that's going to post or is posted now. And this video was so fun to make. It was with Ash, Nox, and Coco, and we all just played an old Area 51 game. This one, I don't know. Honestly, this one could be the second most viewed, or it could be a really, really bad views. I don't really know how the audience or how YouTube is going to respond to a pretty classic Area 51 thumbnail, an old-fashioned thumbnail. I really don't know, but I will say that this one has potential to get 5K for sure, or even 10K if it really pops off. But for me, I am going to say maybe 4,000 to 5,000 for this one, but it could be more. The next one is the oldest Area 51 fly glitch, and this one is also a second collab with Ash, Nox, and Coco. This one, however, is not as clicky, I think, for the thumbnail. It's just me kind of quickly making this one as well. And I do think this one's going to get less, 2,000 to 3,000, I expect for that. But who knows? You never know. The next one is the Killer World Record video. And I don't know how this one's going to do either, since usually world records kind of gain views very slowly. I'm going to say this one's 2 to 3K, just because, we're getting closer and closer. But, this one's I'm going to be a little less optimistic about. But yeah, no, this one's a really funny one. It's a fun one, actually, how our strategy worked out. But yeah, I'd say, around 2 to 3K. The next one is The Channel Is Mine, The Truth of Worship 14, the April Fool's video. Oh, this one's tough. This one could get a lot of views, but it also, flip-flop too. I'm going to say this one maybe has 2,000 to 3,000 by the time I'm, back. This one's a really funny one. Bio did a great job editing it, and I really appreciate him because he helped me, get all these videos out. Next one, we got ranking every killer in Area 51. This one's an awesome video. I am so proud of the thumbnail. This was such a good ranking. I worked really hard on this video. I can see this one getting 4,000-ish views, though, by the time, everything's said and done. But who knows? It could get more, it could get less. And yeah, next one's unspoken rules in Sactic. I think this one's like a very interesting topic that no one really talks about, obviously, judging by the title. This one, I'm gonna say 2 to 3,000 views by the end of it. I think it's interesting, but I don't think like many people know what I'm talking about when they see the thumbnail. So or at least the title. So I'm gonna say 2 to 3,000, but it is a really interesting video. Next up, we got top 5 hardest badges. This one is another tricky one. I have no clue how this is gonna go. I actually have no clue how any of this is gonna go. But genuinely. But top 5 hardest badges. I don't know, man. This one's tough. I'm gonna say 3 to 4,000. I think it's gonna get more than unspoken rules, but who knows? It's a really fun video too, where I talk about some difficult badges. Next up, we got ranking every weapon in Area 51. I think this one will get less than the killer ranking, genuinely, like personally, from like looking at it in the past or now, or yeah, like in January. So I think this one will get less. Maybe 2 to 3,000 as well. I think the thumbnail is good, but it's kind of like a replica, so I think people might not click it as much or, like it as much. But who knows? Maybe you guys really want to see my opinion. And the final one, my ideas to fix storming. And this one's a fun one. I think this one won't get that many views, though. I think this one will barely break 2,000. But remember, this is a week in advance, so maybe this is, because remember, as I'm going over, this is closer in time to now, or when this video is posted, so I'm gonna say 1,000 views, maybe 1,500 actually for this video, when this one comes out. And finally, the ranking for this one. Well, how many views is this gonna get? And like, when it's released, 0. It's gonna get nothing. I'm just kidding. But like, how do you think it's gonna do? Maybe a day or something? I don't think this one's as interesting, but this is just kind of a prediction video. So I think that, I don't know. I think I'm going to say this one's probably gonna get like maybe 500 views in a day. Maybe. I think this one's not as interesting, but I think it's interesting. This is more of me doing this for me. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments of all these schedule videos. Which one was your favorite? And thanks for watching. Subscribe for more and like the video to show support. I hope to see you in the next one.